All right, let's move on to. Do you want to do trailers or should we do the Oscars?
Did you have any top three trailers from yesterday? We don't have to go through every single one because I know we tend to get hit with copyright as well. But I guess if we were going quickly through some of them, you had the A Quiet Place trailer.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask you.
Other ones.
I was going to ask you, are you like, do you think the stock is up or stock is down after some of these? Like, are you more interested in watching A Quiet Place Day 1 after the trailer?
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's play that game. And Let's get everything out of the way about what you thought about the trailers, because they can be split into three parts. You have your celebrities doing food, the miscellaneous ones, and the movies. We really care about the movies. So anything un-movie related that stood out to you?
Anything un-movie related. I mean...
And just overall,
obviously the Jesus ads and the Scientology ad always stand
out. What your favorite? Yeah, of course.
The more AI generated, the more it stood out to me this year. There's that one in particular that was like a bunch of pictures of what looked like houseless people, and then Jesus. Obviously,
Jesus.
Not really sure what point they think they're making there.
Jesus gets them. He had them homeless for the commercial.
My favorite of the celebrity-driven commercials is probably got to be the Michael Cera V commercials.
Okay, yes, that one's decent. I thought you were gonna say Dunkin' Donuts.
I enjoyed it. I don't think it's like the best commercial, but they got Matt and Ben. I'm gonna have fun.
No, you don't
it.
start this live stream bashing Lisa Frankenstein coming in talking about Ben Affleck's Dunkin' Donuts commercial.
Well, see, that one is short. Lisa Frankenstein is over an hour and a half. It's almost
that felt really long. No, I had Tom Brady appearing in this ad. Randomly, they're pitching me donuts, and then the next thing I know, it's an ad for Jennifer Lopez's crappy movie.
If somebody wants to send me one of those Dunkin' Donuts jumpsuits, I will wear it on an Intercut episode.
Bro. How about them donuts?
Yeah, but rough. He apologized for the line as he said it, so he knew it was bad.
The Mark Wahlberg Lent ad should not be higher than the Dunkin' Donuts ad. You know who I'm going to give? Aubrey Plaza getting Baja blasted. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, she having a blast out there. I thought it was funny when they brought in Nick Offerman. Do you like the M&M's Ring of Almost Champions one? I thought that was also kind of funny.
Was that the one where ScarJo didn't get the Oscar thingy?
Yeah. She lost 2 Oscar races.
Yeah, that was cute. I don't know why she felt the need to tell people that, but okay, sure.
I mean, did you know before yesterday?
I did. Oh, no, you're forgetting. I didn't care. There's a complete difference. I know she ran. I didn't think we were supposed to care. I thought that was cute to make that a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Quinta doing taxes.
I mean, get that money, I guess. I personally don't want to take ads from TurboTax, but if they called calling, I probably would.
Hey, for sure. Squarespace having Martin Scorsese, that was surprising. It's like, where did this come from?
Yeah, I mean, I doubt Scorsese's been anywhere near Squarespace, let alone like web design in his life.
Yeah.
So.
Beyonce doing the Verizon ad, actually creating something for every single one of her spots. So like when she was the gamer, she actually created that on Twitch.
Yeah.
She actually did all of them. And then she announced the country album. What do you think about that?
I mean, I personally don't like...
Hey, Beyonce.
No, I personally don't like the use of the kind of like commercial spot to then launch your own personal project. Like it feels
really?
a little... Yeah,
Why?
I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit like church and state, like promote yourself or promote the product. Don't do both.
So you didn't like Taylor winning the Grammy and then going, I got my dead poets, whatever.
No, that's super tacky.
I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah. At least the Beyonce ad had like good production design and Tony Hale. I don't know.
Tony Hale was good, right? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Uber Eats Anderson ad I did not care for, but I found out there was controversy after the fact in where there's actually an alternate version.
Yeah, peanut butter. Peanut butter controversy.
Look, I think they should have stuck with the original ad, but that switch that they made when they stuck the chair up that guy's butt did actually...
Yeah, cute ad.
TooManyHomes.com. They had Apartments.com for the last 4 years. Mm-hmm. Clearly, Homes.com owns the exact same thing. They all want us to get a home now. I'm not buying it. Big home, stop with the ads. It was too many of them. The only thing that made it more annoying than that, besides, I'm sorry, but your Scrubs guys, they got me up to here now. 6 Temu ads?
Yeah, and the same one, right? Like, I don't know, man. They're really pushing that. I do not feel like a billionaire when I'm on Temu. I'll say you that much. I feel pretty cheap.
Last miscellaneous one will be. I'm curious to know if you got the Kanye one. Did you get a Ye ad?
I don't remember, so probably not.
We got a 30-second bit, which was technically the video he's got with North for the album he just dropped. I don't know if you saw. He like just dropped a completely new track list. For
Did he just purchase a local Chicago ad?
I heard he purchased a Chicago and Miami ad, where the ad was the music video, 30 seconds of his daughter singing because he told her, "I'm going to get you on TV, and it's going to be your song that I push." Then it turns out that there's another 30-second ad. This is big, bro. Listen to me. There's another 30-second ad where he's just recording himself, and this supposedly got played in other places outside of Chicago, because I didn't see this in the broadcast, where he just goes, so we spent all the money on the commercial, so we didn't have enough to actually make the commercial, so go to yeezy.com and go buy this stuff. And that's it. It's an actual ad. You can go find it.
That's a straight up move out of like season 2 of 30 Rock Tracy Jordan. Like, what is he doing?
I say all this to say, Zach, them Yeezy pods that were $200, he put them for $20. That's what the ad was for. So if any of you want some Yeezy pods, they're $20 right now instead of $200. I don't think he let anybody know that. So he actually had a sale yesterday with all the things that were happening around the world. Kind of had 2 ads. But let's get into the important stuff, which is going through all of the trailers. And my preface for this would be, I think they were mid.
Well,
I don't think we got anything that blew us out of the water.
Yeah.
A big part of it was, do you get tired of, and here is the teaser, because we're only paying 30 seconds worth. Go watch it online.
That's the thing. And my number one reaction to movie trailers in general at the Super Bowl is like, when did these companies get so cheap? When did they get so chintzy? Like, this is supposed to be your big announcement moment. Yes, I know it's $7 million to get 30 seconds of airtime. This is the big ad. You have to, don't tell me to go watch the trailer online. You're showing it to me right now. Show it to me.
You know what the name of the game is, right? Like,
yeah.
This is where we're supposed to talk. And then you find out that wait, okay, so you got a 3-minute ad. Got it. You got to cut it down to 30 seconds. Why did you show like the least interesting parts of the ad?
Right, just the incomprehensible flashes of different people. Like, you can cut a good 30-second teaser. There were some last night.
Yeah. So 15 movies, and I had to go to www.15 different sites. It's like when we go to festivals and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're watching all 88 movies." When you get time for us, it's like, no, give them the ad. Stop giving people homework. Okay, with that out of the way, now let's rate these ads. It did get a little annoying. First one that we have here is the one that I had kind of displayed right here. It was the Quiet Place ad. Again, I find it hilarious that this is the third one, and it has 1 in the title.
But see, it's the earliest one chronologically, so it kind of makes sense. It's day 1.
Shut up, bro. I like it. I think Lupita's cool. She don't take misses.
Nope.
It looks like Cloverfield.
It does look a little like Cloverfield.
Looks like Cloverfield.
Yeah. I'm sure you do. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Lupita,
oh my goodness,
doesn't get a real reputation for it, but she's developing a bit of like a scream queen kind of career between us and Little Monsters, and now this. Yeah, exactly. Not gonna be able to scream in this one either. It sounds like. I
These
think
are the loudest movies.
I think it looks decently entertaining. I'm not somebody who's like very invested in the larger Quiet Place Scareverse or whatever, but like you, I think maybe even taking the action back so society is not quite as stripped down as it is in the Quiet Place movies, and you get a little bit more bombast and you get a little bit more action, will liven it up a little bit. So it looks pretty cool. I'd say I was more interested in it after seeing the trailer than before.
June 28th, I think that's been the best date that they've gotten for these movies, so they're moving on up. Mm-hmm. Despicable Me 4 surprised everybody with a joke that technically is always used on them, that they only use AI. And look at the minions come out and actually get everybody on their side when it came to making a trailer that in a sense, is making fun of all of these AR images. They do all of the funny things, like things not connecting, multiple limbs. My favorite part, after they zoom out and then you see all the minions laughing, is just the way that they did the titles. Genius. Genius stuff. I've seen a lot of people now respecting Illumination. And as you know, I've been a Minion aficionado for a minute now.
Yeah.
I did not even realize I learned something new. I didn't realize that they had memes. Illumination was putting out mini Gru stuff for 2022's Rise of Gru movie. Illumination funded images telling you how to steal NFTs to right click. I didn't realize that they gained a massive fan base from people going, yo, I didn't know Illumination was about that.
Yeah, I didn't know that
So now
either.
them making fun of AI here, like they are consistent through and through. So I'm glad that people are now coming around to the, are now illuminated to the Minions artistry. Because what is this, the 7th, 8th one? We have a lot of Minions movies. Are you excited for it?
I mean, I'm not a Minions person, so my level of excitement was pretty much like basement level to start out with. But I thought that trailer was pretty cute, so I'll say I'm stock up on it.
That's all we can ask for, right? As long as you're like mid right there, that's really all we care for. Fall Guy, which is going to be playing at South by Southwest as one of the first movies that's opening up there. So much so that this man has like literally cried about how this movie's changed his life after an Oscar nomination and being a stuntman. He finally gets his dream of climbing the Warner Brothers water tower. You heard about this?
Yeah, I mean, they said he said they wouldn't let him do it after La La Land or something. Like, I didn't realize he wanted to meet the Animaniacs that badly, but okay.
Yeah, I never knew that was like a part of the thing that you were supposed to get after La La Land. But now that he's playing a full action guy in the Fall Guy, I don't think any of the trailers have convinced me anymore. I've just been mildly interested in this one. It's not like head over heels for it. I know you weren't a big fan of David Leitch's Last Train movie, I think a lot of his action movies so much so. But I feel like the banter between the two of them as leads with Ryan Gosling and
Emily Blunt.
Thank you,
Mrs. Krasinski.
That's what I'm paying for opening night. So I'm going mildly positive.
I'm going to go mildly negative just because I think it's a style of like winky action comedy that I'm very tired of. It's sort of, to me, it feels like they're doing Deadpool, but not as crazy. You know, like I'm a little tired of that style of humor, I think.
Fair. Are you tired of a fourth Kung Fu Panda movie?
I don't have the like strong emotional attachment to this franchise that I think a lot of people in our general age range do. I don't even know if I've seen the second one. I saw the third on assignment and don't think I reviewed it positively. So no, I mean I like Jack Black a lot, but I'm not high on this and the trailers haven't convinced me.
I like the Kung Fu Panda movies. Every time I watch one, I go, you know what? These are a little bit more decent than they need to be. I think the voice acting is really funny. I'm excited for 4. I'm looking forward to revisiting the other ones. I'm going to go positive for Kung Fu Panda 4. Deadpool and Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the name of the movie?
Yeah, at least right now. They apparently copywrote 4 names. Deadpool 3, Deadpool and Friend, Deadpool and Friends, and Deadpool and Wolverine. But they've so far at least gone with Deadpool and Wolverine.
Okay, up or down? Because for me, I'd be on assignment going to go see this. It's the third one. I have to. It's Wolverine coming back. None of the trailers have done anything for me, and I personally am getting tired of getting the whole movie leaked. That I feel I know everything for a project that I'm already not looking forward to Sean Levy directing. Yeah,
this is another one where my anticipation level is like bottom for sure. I'm just never really
bottom. Oh,
yeah. I'm like not into. I mean, the first Deadpool I enjoyed. The second one I thought there was some fun jokes in it, but I was really growing tired of it. And I just think that Ryan Reynolds' like omnipresence is grating on me in a way where I'm so not looking forward to this movie at all. I thought the trailer was fine, like it looks like a movie, and maybe even looks more like a movie than the last couple Marvel projects we've had to see. So I'd say like maybe I'm a little bit stock up, but part of it is because my anticipation has been so low going into this trailer.
Gotcha. So you'd say Ryan Reynolds is like your Taylor, like when the NFL people see her pop out. Which also I did a counter, bro. She got like a dozen cuts. People have been talking about like, hey, it's not that much. It's only like 2 or 3. Not yesterday, bro. They went all out.
Yeah, and long shots too, especially after they won the Super Bowl, just like hanging on them.
Just hanging on that right there. They were waiting for a proposal or something, but keeping it going, we have what is easily, I think, my most anticipated one. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes also got a trailer, and it just looks fantastic. I thought the teaser was really good, but this was also another one where, look, my number one, but y'all got to actually put the story out there. That 30 seconds did not tell me anything.
That's the thing. And at this point, like, I don't know if it really increased my hype at all because I don't know what we're getting. Like, yeah, it's more apes. Cool.
Yeah, the trailer didn't do it. I'm just naturally a fan of the franchise.
Right. Exactly.
When this played, my brother was like, there's another one? And I'm like, yeah, but I heard this takes place. I'm doing the math over here for him. 100 years later, he goes, but so where's Caesar? I was like, no, it's 100 years. Like, Caesar's gone. And I'm like, no, the trailer needs to be doing this for people, not me.
Exactly. So I'm up on the movie, but down on the trailer.
I feel you. I think they could have marketed it a bit better, but damn, it looks good, dude. I didn't even realize there was still going to be humans in this. It looks just as clean as they've done with the other ones. I'm fully excited. Do we got a date on this yet? Because I know they've been saying...
Ooh, I don't know.
Tentative. I feel like it's going to be an August date, but we'll see. Maybe even November, but I feel like that would be very, very late for something like Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
It says May 10th, according to Google, but I don't know if that is correct.
Forget everything I said.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I will take it. All right. The next one. Wicked.
The long-anticipated adaptation. And it's Wicked Part 1, we should mention.
I ain't never seen the play, so you tell me.
I just am tired of movies that look like this. Just like these like fake mystical worlds that are super digital and plastic and lit kind of oddly with that weird sheen. It's just, I don't know, visually doing absolutely nothing for me, which should not be the case for a Wicked movie. It's the opportunity to like build amazing sets.
Whole point, right?
And yeah, right. Like,
did they rebuild the theater in New York to just be Wicked inspired?
Exactly, right. Like if you're transferring this from the stage to the movie, give me some spectacle. And I'm not really feeling any spectacle. It's a musical. I'm not hearing any musical numbers in this trailer. We don't do that no
more in ads. You know that. It's a secret.
I mean, all it is really like a first look at like, this is the makeup for Ariana Grande, and this is the makeup for Cynthia Erivo, and this is the makeup for Michelle Yeoh, and it all looks...
memes you can get out of it.
Yeah, it looks competent. I wouldn't say I'm excited by it.
Bro, 2013 was Oz the Great and Powerful?
Yeah.
How's it look worse than Oz?
Right.
The Great and Powerful. Like, well, that wasn't a good-looking movie.
Because it's not, it was Raimi, right? Like, it's not Raimi, it's John Chu. And like, John Chu makes some good movies, but the things about them that excel are not the visuals. Wasn't
this the same set that they had in Miss Marvel when they went into that dancing colony?
It looks like it, right? Maybe Disney doubled down?
Same, bro. I don't know. This is annoying. But I agree that if you have such a big play that has a different performance every night, it's unique. And you're now doing this big push to a medium where you get one shot, one recording of this thing. And this is it. Cynthia Erivo deserves better. I have loved all the memes dealing with Ariana freaking out. And it's the shot of her boyfriend. Funny stuff, dude.
Yeah. I'll also say,
I'm down on the trailer.
I'm not super familiar with the play. I saw it a long time ago. But I'm seeing a lot of people really being skeptical because if this is the stuff that's in part 1, there's not a whole lot of like
that's what I heard.
Story left for part 2.
Her part 2 is the bad part.
Yeah, it also
why would
is
you isolate it.
Yeah, so to be determined, but could be proceed with caution territory.
All right, yeah. So I don't know. We're 3D glasses. Maybe something will pop if you watch it again. Let's move into the most surprising one. Because this was one that came up in our most anticipated list. You had given this a mention. I knew this was on the horizon. Had to put it in my top 10 because why this director? Why this cast? Why a sequel to Twister? Hey,
20 years later?
Remember that joke we said about Twisters with the money symbol? Everybody loved that one yesterday. We had that one early. This is a top pick for me. This is top 5. We're a Twister household here. I'm excited to have Twisters playing on TNT in my soon-to-be HBO packet. What's the app called that I'm going to get now?
They haven't announced yet. We'll call it Max
my
Plus
future
Plus.
Sports package will come with TNT and Twisters. Dude, this looks like, I don't know, like a throwback summer blockbuster.
Yeah. This
I think
is
it's
the
gonna
good
be
stuff. I am up on this trailer. I am not as like invested in the Twister franchise as it sounds like you are. But it just looks fun. It looks good. Glenn Powell is really leaning into the thing that I think makes people really excited about his potential as a movie star. He just looks like he's gonna have a fun time in this movie. It's got a good cast. It's got it feels really down to earth for a movie that I'm sure is using a lot of digital effects. Like, it doesn't feel even as digital as like Wicked does. I don't know, man. I'm really, really excited for this one. I didn't anticipate this would be my favorite trailer. I think this was my favorite trailer.
I told you, dude. You take the time to work on something, and I think it was right before Top Gun when you had the idea of like enough time has stirred for this to be something. Mm-hmm. I think enough time has stirred. We haven't really had that disaster movie.
No. I mean, what's the last great one? I know a lot of people like 2012. I don't know if that's a great one. The Day After Tomorrow The Day After Tomorrow is probably like a classic, but yeah.
And it's way too far out. Mm-hmm. Greenland was during the pandemic. Not a lot of people saw that one. Like, we have not had that big movie. We're not even counting Moonfall. Because that don't count.
Roland Emmerich, where are you at?
No, absolutely. I am excited for this one. Definitely top of the list. Twisters. Keep an eye out for this one.
Yeah, I mean, when we were at Sundance, you did lean over to me and whisper, like, this guy's going to make a killer Twisters movie. Watching Minari.
For the first time, not even knowing who the director was.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny that they did this joke for If.
I think it would have been funny if they did it 5 years ago. The John Krasinski as Randall Park
Randall
joke.
Park as John Krasinski from The Office.
Yeah. I get it.
Not a fan of this movie.
Everybody watched The Office. I'm not anticipating it, but at the same point, like, it is a children's movie, so I'm not the target demographic for If. And it's got Ryan, man. Like, he's doing nothing for me in movies right now, and it's a shame because he's like a charismatic, great actor, but he's found his kind of niche with this Deadpool snarkiness, and that's all he does now.
If he does something different, then you'll be back. As of now, your stock is done.
Way out.
Hey, he needed something for his kids, and I will tell you, one of my least favorite things is making something like A Quiet Place and then going, I never made something for my kids. I hate those follow-ups from directors.
Yeah, they're always bad. Bad.
So I am glad that this next pick is not that. We are catching it at South by Southwest.
Let's
go. Freaking drop of movies for South by Southwest had me salivating. And knowing that this was just announced 2 days prior to the schedule, that Monkey Man from director, and I had completely forgotten about this. I think they had worked at some point, or I think it was Daniel Kaluuya was friends with what's his name? Patel. I'm blinking on his first name.
Dev Patel?
His directorial debut. Dev Patel's directorial debut. And it's going to be produced by Jordan Peele. This was when we had discussed last year that there was going to be 2 Jordan Peele projects. I'm assuming this would have been the one that was not going to be directed by him. As you sadly notified me, they may have taken the Peele one off of the schedule. Yeah. I am curious. I don't know if I'm fully all in yet, but I'm hoping he's got a good directing hand now that he's going from being an actor turned director, which we just got with The Kitchen, another person from Skins, and Daniel Kaluuya going from actor turned director. Now you have 2 people who are really close to Jordan Peele, one of the best actors turned directors.
Mm-hmm.
Top 10 out of South Bay? Maybe.
I think so. I think it's got a shot. I would say that the trailer definitely increased my anticipation for this one. I mean, I was definitely excited to see whatever it is that Dev Patel wanted to do for his like big screen directing debut, but this looks pretty badass. And we've seen a lot of trailers that maybe look badass and then don't land quite as hard as they hit in the trailer, but I'm going to be there for sure. This is jumped to my most anticipated from South by because it just looks electric. It looks really visceral.
You're not concerned with him doing a directorial debut, and I'm assuming feature debut. He may have done other stuff, and he's in it?
No, I mean...
And it's action?
I think that a lot of times they're, you surround yourself with the right type of people, hopefully, and it doesn't really... Good. Yeah, so, I'm sure they've made accommodations for this. We'll We'll see. We'll see. I don't know.
We're both high, though.
The cosign from Jordan Peele is an encouraging sign too. The fact that Netflix didn't want to release it apparently because they were concerned about the portrayal of the Indian government in the film also weirdly makes me more excited for it.
Yeah, because we literally just said that Netflix doesn't care about anything.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I did not read up on that. I'm going to have to look into that. Okay.
Yep.
Monkey Man. I don't know if we have a date for this, but it will be premiering at South by, April 5th. So right after the South by premiere, whatever reactions we will be giving to you to see if you should have it on your radar. But as of right now, I'm anticipating it. You were talking about accommodations that were made, but they were not made for this movie, as you told me. Pixar is returning with less voice actors for a movie that is literally all about the voice actors because they play literal emotions. I know you like Inside Out 1, right?
I actually don't like Inside Out 1.
Oh, you don't like Inside Out 1?
Yeah, I feel like I'm the weirdo that I'm negative on that movie.
Really?
Yeah, shout out Richard Brody. He's got a great review.
What don't you like about Inside Out that you feel is doubling down, or that's going to be even worse now that they're making a sequel that you think they're going to double down on?
I mean, look, I don't want to be like the super negative person out here on Inside Out because I think that there are people for whom that movie is really important and that movie is really valuable. I've talked to social workers and therapists who find that movie really useful as a tool. So like, it's cool that movie exists. Artistically, I feel like it is it's a gross oversimplification of like how the human brain works in a way that feels completely alien to my experience having one. I feel like the chaos and just discomfort of dealing with your thoughts is like so not represented in the like tidy approach to different types of emotions and stuff like that. I don't know, like to me it like it reduces down what is so unknowable and complex in a way that I almost find offensive. As I mentioned, the Richard Brody review from the New Yorker is like a classic and articulates a lot of the stuff better than I'm capable of. But yeah, I mean, when my experience of childhood is looking around and being like, I don't understand any of this shit and it's all scary. And it's just not what Pete Docter had in mind.
Orion? You don't think kind of did that?
Yeah, no, Orion's my version of Inside Out.
So you don't think that the sequel, because it's now getting into those emotions?
No, because it's still just these like kind of jokey characters, and I don't know, and it's still the tidiness of it is what I don't like. I think even separating different colors into different emotions into different colors kind of simplifies it in a way that takes away from kind of the thing that's exciting about the human mind is that things are like these weird mixes of different emotions and feelings and experiences.
Hey, that is the ending to Inside Out, bro. The mixing of different things.
It is, but it's not the way they represent it for the vast majority of that movie.
Why do you give a pass to Orion, simplifying them down into emotions?
Well, I think the parts of Orion I like best are not those parts, and also because they're
like me, the beginning, yeah,
and it's also there because it's not reducing them into emotions; it's reducing them into like representative figures for like abstract ideas. Like the dark isn't an emotion; unexplained noises aren't an emotion.
Well, you convinced me. None of us will be watching Inside Out 2. We are ignoring it from the podcast. We are boycotting it. It's over. It is done.
Maybe it'll be good.
We'll see. No, because now they're dealing with teenagers, and it's like I've already seen all of the inappropriate YouTube trailers that they made for a follow-up to Inside Out 2. They're not going to cover anything that they need to, right? Because at this point, you're seeking out a Turning Red. They already made that movie. So go if you want Inside Out 2, it's called Turning Red. And it's actually going to be out in theaters again. Yeah. Moving from there, you had a mention here of Moana. Which I don't think I saw the trailer, but I saw the announcement.
Yeah, this did not play during the Super Bowl, and the trailer is like really not much of anything. It's some seascapes and like not even necessarily worth watching. But I did want to bring it up here because they announced Moana 2 coming to theaters this year in November. If Disney's not going to get Marvel movies, they're going to find something to fill those slots. But it also came with, I think, a lot of people talking about their reservations about the movie because it seems like this is the previously announced and then canceled Moana TV show getting reworked into a theatrically released movie. So does the idea of it being the remnants of the scrapped Moana TV show make you less excited for the idea of a Moana 2?
Not necessarily, but to clear up, this isn't the live action one where The Rock said, "Hi, I'm unemployed because of DC. I'm going to do this live action one," right?
No, although...
Completely separate.
Considering the timeline, we might get a trailer for the live action Moana during Moana 2.
Sick. I'm not against the idea of them taking what was already a show to that. If anything, it makes me go like, oh, okay, so they were working on something. This didn't come out of nowhere. Because we've seen in the 90s, that was a lot of their stuff. Their B teams were working on straight to, what was it, VHS, and it ends up becoming The Lion King. It ends up becoming, some of their best stuff. So I'm not that against it. Sometimes I think that those are the animators and storytellers working the hardest. I heard no Lin-Manuel.
No Lin-Manuel, yeah.
And now y'all making me sound like I've been complaining about Pedro Pascal and everything until I get to like something that he should be in, and I'm like, no, you need him in there. I complain about oversaturation of Lin-Manuel. I'm sorry, but this, I don't want a Hamilton 2 without Lin-Manuel, and I don't want a Moana 2 without Lin-Manuel.
Exactly, right? Like, Lin-Manuel is probably like overused at this point, but he's kind of the best elements of the first Moana movie.
Bruh, I don't even get that one right there. So, okay. Moana 2, it is out. Let us know your thoughts on that over there. Other than that, you have some other commercials here. The Dunkings, M&M's. What was the NFL Sunday Ticket?
Oh, I kind of liked the NFL Sunday Ticket Evolution ad where the Ravens were Ravens and the Seahawks and Eagles were all flying around. Do you see that one?
I went to the bathroom. I just saw him flying. I'm like, I'm good. This is not a real ad for me. This is not a trailer. I saw it said Sunday Ticket. I'm like, that's okay. I'm waiting for a new app this fall. I'm okay. I'll reserve it. Jen Ortega Doritos. I don't remember seeing this one.
Yeah, I saw it in the lead up to the Super Bowl. People were talking about it, and I don't remember seeing it all during the telecast.
Yeah. It's just her going, huh? I think there's a longer version of it. I haven't seen this one. I just saw the shorter version of it. But I will say, looking at her here, I know we said Aubrey Plaza and what's her name look alike. Aubrey Plaza looked a lot like her in the Baja Blast commercial. Yeah. And I know that may be blasphemous for people to hear since obviously Aubrey was here first. But I don't know. There's something about the bangs that made her look more like less Parks and Rec and more of a Wednesday.
They're just evolving into the same person until they can play doppelgangers in a movie one day.
My old ass too. But that is our trailers for the Super Bowl. Let us know the ones that stood out to you.